What I'm going to do now is reveal to you some of the leaked WhatsApp and text messages from Tory MPs reacting to today's reshuffle, OK? This is the real inside track here, and you will not get this anywhere else. It's time for the man with his finger on the pulse so much he performs open-heart surgery in the corridors of Westminster. It's political reporter at The Express. It's Christian Calgie. Christian, I've got to ask, what's in your WhatsApps?
Good evening. I hope you're doing well. To be honest with you, it took quite a few hours for Westminster observers to pick their jaws up off the floor this morning. I was hit with a barrage of texts, as you can imagine, after David Cameron was seen walking up Downing Street. Many of them I wouldn't dare to read out to you on the show this evening, certainly not before the watershed. Many of them, Dave in number 10, what the actual bleep, for example, was the tone of those particular messages. The reality is that many Red Wall MPs, whilst I don't think they'll go as far as Andrea Jenkins in submitting letters of no confidence, are really peeved off by this reshuffle. Because overall, what it has done is it has recast the Tory party away from, in the words of one Conservative MP, the 2019 realignment that Boris Johnson created, that move with Red Wall voters coming in behind the party. And Rishi Sunak has now essentially stuck two fingers up at them and decided that they're going to focus on the sort of Waitrose, home county, Lib Demi type liberal Toryism that David Cameron won an election off the back of. There's a few other quotes. One MP said, off the record, it's not good at all. Another very senior Conservative questioned how on earth can Rishi Sunak build a Cameroon-style image with less than a year to go at the election. And they also mocked the fact that the Tory party chairman, Richard Holden, himself doesn't have a constituency at the next election, which, as sort of political metaphors go, is pretty on the nose. They described the reshuffle as politically confused, but very Rishi, which I think is one of the big narratives here, right? Rishi Sunak came onto the scene, aligned himself with Boris, brought down Boris, was the Brexiteer that won Remain supporters, put Suella Braverman in his cabinet, went really hard on stop the boats and anti-trans rhetoric and all the rest of it. And now all of a sudden, a year before an election, we've pivoted completely the other way. And I think it's left everyone feeling rather car-sick.
So what we've got there, Christian, while you ferret around for a couple of others, all right, I'm going to summarise this while you delve back through your phone book for us, OK? So David Cameron, what the actual bleep was a big one there. The general sense is that Rishi Sunak is maybe alienating the Red Wall. That's powerful stuff. People there all but confirming what many people thought, which is that perhaps Rishi Sunak doesn't actually have a sound ideology himself. Not good was the overriding one there. Just time for one or two other little ones for us, Christian, if you've got them. That's the general flavour, isn't it? What else?
Yes, I can continue. I've got another a Conservative MP, Northern Conservative MP here, saying it's mental. None of it makes any sense, least of all David Cameron. I asked, do you think that Rishi Sunak is casting the Red Wall adrift? And they replied, yep, the Red Wall did not vote for David Cameron. Of course, the Red Wall stayed solidly Labour in 2010 and 2015 and certainly didn't back David Cameron in that 2016 referendum. I will, for balance, note that I spoke to one what so-called Blue Wall MP in a fairly affluent part of the country whose main challenge is the Lib Dems, and they said that it was bold and clear, and I don't hate this, and was quite pleased. However, I pressed. I said, is David Cameron going to save your Lib Dem-facing colleagues? And they replied, doubt it. Too much water under the bridge. So again, that idea that even if this is the right strategy to cast the Red Wall adrift and focus on that core Tory vote, it's simply too late. It's like the captain of the Titanic tried to move out the way of the iceberg. And ultimately, I think most MPs think even if they've changed into the right direction, it's far too close to an election to be doing this.
Christian, absolute legend. Thank you very much. That is the proper inside track there. You don't get better than that. Christian Calgie, The Express, top stuff. Thank you very, very much.